Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and please consider being a subscriber so we can become friends. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back. Um, please keep any and all comments civil and kind. We certainly have enough hatred in this world. We don't need any more on the message board. Today, what I really wanted to talk about was what people say during tragedies when bad things happen, whether it's a death or whether it's a bad accident that causes a life altering condition. Okay. And people that want to help, they want um, to say the right thing. Um, and I want to use a situation that my daughter and I went through um, ye- years ago. Um, and it was the death of my grandson and her son, and it really hit hard. And I listened to all of the comments that were coming from friends and family and what have you, and I just really noticed that it wasn't comforting me one bit, and I'm certainly sure it wasn't comforting her one bit. But they would say things like, well, God has a plan, and God needed another angel in heaven. And the only thing that I could think of is let him get another angel, and I can have my grandson back, and my daughter can have her son back. Okay. When somebody's going through a bad time, a tragedy, or things like divorce or anything like that, friends seem to want to comfort their friend or relatives, and that's admirable. I mean, that's really admirable. But I think, and it's my opinion now, you can let me know what you think, but what I think we do inadvertently, meaning well, but what we do is we teach people to be ticked off or hate God because God needed another angel or God has a plan. Uh, so there's a plan, and my grandson had to pay with his life. I don't buy that, and it certainly did not comfort me at all. Um, and I see that in everyday life, as so do you see that in everyday life. People, uh, they want to help. They want to be there for somebody. And sometimes I think that they could say something meaning very well, meaning, and it comes out of love, but the way it's heard, the way it's taken, that I don't think it's very comforting. And to say things like that, it's God's will, it's God's plan. Okay. Listen, we live in a fallen world, and bad things, unfortunately, do happen. Okay. And we have no choice but to accept that because that's just the way it is. So if you find yourself having to comfort a friend, um, and anybody else that may be watching me right now, I'd like to give you a really quick lesson on what you should say. Okay. And if you want to write this down, you're certainly welcome to. Okay. So are you ready? Here's what you should do. You should say, I'm sorry, and then keep your mouth closed and hold their hand or hug them and listen or cry with them. Because when somebody says, why, that's a cry of pain. And do you really think that they really want you to give them a list of reasons why the bad thing has happened? No, no, they don't. And you'll do more good, I think you will do more good just being with them. There is no good advice, there is no good reasons, but I can sit and hold your hand and I can cry with you. And anytime that you need me, all you have to do is call, and I am there for you. I think they'll take more comfort out of that than they would trying to make a reason, a good reason why it happened. And I seen this whenever I worked on the fire and rescue. As uh, my subscribers probably know, that I'm a retired paramedic, And I can remember a young girl and being oriented, and we went to a call where the woman found her mom deceased on the floor, and she started, she was crying. Well, yeah, understandably so, crying. And my partner, the young girl, really meant well, but she was given reasons why things like this happen. And I made an excuse for her to come out and help me. And, um, and I didn't want to, I had to be careful how I said what I was going to say to her because I didn't want to offend her. And she was not doing it out of malice, she was doing it out of the kindness of her heart. But I tried to explain to her that when people are going through a bad time, they really don't mean why. Please give me reasons why. Um, those are cries of pain. Okay. So again, it's my opinion, but I think you will do more good by just holding their hands or hugging them and telling them, look, I don't have any reasons for stuff like this, but I'm so sorry. You don't deserve to go through this. And I will cry with you. And I am at your beck and call. Anytime you need me, I'm there. I really think that will give as much comfort as possible given the situation. Okay. So thank you for viewing me. If you like the stuff that I talk about on this channel, please consider subscribing so we can be friends. And and just remember to keep any comments, even whether you agree with me or disagree with me, keep them civil. Please keep them civil. Okay. I don't mind when somebody disagrees with me. In fact, I get a little nervous when somebody constantly agrees with everything I say. That makes me nervous. Okay. So just keep them civil, keep them kind, and and we can just go from there. Okay. So until next time, take care of yourself, and may God bless you.